How's it hanging? So I was sitting around this afternoon. I had the day off, and there was a bit of a snowstorm today, and it was sort of like that heavy shit with it was kind of slushy, and there were some high winds, and the power went out, and it was sort of mid-afternoon or so when the power went out, and I thought, well, I've got some beer kicking around. Why don't I have some drinks? And so now it's about 5 o'clock, getting dark out. I've got like these LED lights sort of set up here in the room. It's dark out, and I thought, well, I might as well do a video. And I've got this phone. The battery's probably fully charged. So depending on how this turns out, this may or may not be posted. But I thought, well, I'm going into this without having any sort of like even less preparation than usual, and I usually have next to none in any case. But I thought, well, why don't I just do a talk about 5 favorite albums? And these aren't like anything I sat down and really considered deeply. These are just 5 albums, 5 of my favorite albums, and there's multiple other ones. These are in no particular order, and I just want to talk about them. So the first one here is Caravan in the Land of Grey and Pink. Now this is like really, really great Prague stuff if you're into Prague. And I'm not into like Rush or Yes or any of that kind of like mathy kind of stuff. I find the lyrics too serious for me, and I just kind of... So, but Caravan is absolutely not that. They're jazzy, they're whimsical, they're folky, they're fun, they're groovy. It's just groovy Prague. And this is perhaps one of my very favorite Prague albums. I like Camel as well. Anyway, yeah, so this is a good album. I have this... This particular one came out in 2011. It was like the Steven Wilson remixes. And I got like 396 out of 500. I get these limited edition, and it's always like just about as shitty a number as you could possibly get. But in any case, this is a favorite album. I don't care. And I think it's from 1971 probably. And I mean, it's really, really good. You've got and the songs like Golf Girl. That's like, it has a trombone in it. How perfect is that? The lyrics are great. The groove is great. It's just an amazing song. Winter Wine continues on. Love to Love You in the Land of Grey and Pink. Oh, fuck. I mean, just the hi-hat in that alone and the bass. I love that song so much. And then side 2, which is 9 Feet Underground, is 22 minutes of a song with all these different parts. And it's just amazing. I'm not even going to... You can't describe it. And then you have the other disc are like all the sort of like the remixes and bonus material for this edition. Caravan in the Land of Grey and Pink. If you've never heard a rock song with a trombone, check out Golf Girl. Highly recommended stuff. Next. Anybody that knows me know that sooner or later, if I'm talking about music, Deep Purple is going to come into it. And they, like, long history of god-awful covers. None of them quite as bad as, like, the Sabbath, what was that one? Sabotage cover. But this comes pretty close. They're all iconic, but horrible. Anyway, this is a really great album from a really great period in the band. And, I mean, let's flip it over here. We've got... And you got Speed King, Bloodsucker, Child in Time, Flight of the Rat, Into the Fire, Living Wreck, and Hard Lovin' Man. Hard Lovin' Man. Yeah, this is a really, really good album. It came out in 1970, and that was like sort of the beginnings of what would become heavy metal. 1970, Deep Purple in rock, Child in Time is just classic stuff. Next, Richard Thompson, Mock Tutor. He's one of my favorite songwriters. you know, all of his work from the Fairport Convention right up to the present day is just amazing. He's not only an amazing songwriter, he's one of the greatest guitar players, period. I love his stuff. And this is a really great album. I think it's from like 98. It's after the Mirror Blue album, and which in another video I sort of opened up. I think there's but this is a really great album from 1998, and it has Cook's Fairy Queen, Sabella, Bathsheba Smiles, Two-Faced Love, Hard on Me, Crawl Back Under My Stone, Uninhabited Man. That's like Dry My Tears and Move. This is such a really, really good album, and I ordered this on Discogs because I don't know if it's in print anymore in vinyl. This is like from 98, and they weren't printing a lot of vinyl at the time. So this is one of the more... So, Mock Tutor, really great. Next, Neil Young and Crazy Horse, Live Rust. And again, Neil Young's another favorite artist, and this is really good. This is a live album. He had put out Rust Never Sleeps, and I have the DVD or the Blu-ray of that and the album. And then this was put out shortly thereafter. And I guess he got a lot of flack over it because it was recorded on the same tour, but most of the songs are completely different. And it's such an amazing record. It's like, why were people complaining? You got like Sugar Mountain, I Am a Child, Comes a Time, After the Gold Rush, Hey Hey, or My Hey Hey, oh frig, Powderfinger, Cortez the Killer, Cinnamon Girl Like a Hurricane, Tonight's the Night. This album, fantastic. Neil Young, Live Rust. Highly recommended, highly recommended. And finally, Wilco, Sky Blue Sky. I owned the first couple of Wilco albums, Summer Teeth and Being There, when they came out at the time. And they were good, but it just wasn't jiving with my taste at the time. A friend gave me a copy, burned me a copy of this album and it blew my mind away. They had gotten a new guitarist, their style had changed, the production had changed, and I've been a huge fan ever since. Oh fuck, this is my favorite Wilco album by far. And I don't know what it was. Soundtrack. It's just a gatefold, I guess. Let's flip her over. Maybe there's some track listing here. Yeah. So you have Either Way. Oh, that's so good. I mean, everyone goes on about Impossible Germany, which is very good. Fuck, Either Way, though, has always been one of my favorites on this entire album. Walkin', What a Light, On and On and On, Side with the Seeds, Shake. Oh, every song on this is good. The performance is amazing. The production, it's just so clean. And to me, that's always my favorite of all of these albums. I mean, of course, a live one's going to be like that. But they always have clean production. There's not a lot of sheen. There's not a lot of layers of stuff. It's basically the artist performing, maybe with a couple of overdubs and that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what this album is. It's clean and it's punchy. And in my opinion, I don't think Wilco ever bested this album. Sky Blue Sky. So yeah, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this sort of a power outage video. I hadn't put up a video in a while. I had recorded, but in any case, yeah, so here you go. These are the albums I like, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll make some more some other time.